On today's show, we visit with artist Kim Weineck at Silver Lake Regional High School, hear original poetry, and from Hope Float's Healing and Wellness Center, and about upcoming things to do in our area. We're glad you're here. Let's get started. Dogs and humans have a symbiotic relationship built over thousands of years. Their unwavering loyalty and affection forms bonds that provide not only companionship, but reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. The Plymouth County Comfort Dog Program seeks to build on these natural bonds to bring programs of education, prevention, and collaboration to our communities. We went on the local scene to meet comfort therapy dogs, Star and Jersey, and the officers they work with.
Well, I work in corrections. I've been there for 32 years. I'm leaving in 16 work days. I'll be retired, I should say. I started with horses, and then I had children. Couldn't do both, so I had to give up the horses. And this was the closest thing to a horse I could find. So she's my Dorse. I started working with Star first, and my husband was nice enough to get me a certificate to a training. So I started training, finishing off Star, and I really found that I was good, like I loved it and was good at it. And so then my husband got offered the canine comfort dog position, so she went away. And I said, I need another dog. Hence, I get her.
I've been working for the Plymouth County Sheriff's Department for almost 31 years now. I started inside as a corrections officer. I did a little over 10 years as that. Then I went to the transportation unit for another 4 years, and that's driving inmates to hospitals, courts, whatever, all throughout the state. Then I got my dream job back in 2007, which is canine. And I'm currently working my third and fourth dogs. We have an established canine unit. We have 13 handlers, and most of us have, I'd say half of us have 2 dogs each, and we're putting on our 14th individual now. So yeah, we've been established for generations. Any local towns, cities need any canine services, they can call us. We have dogs on 24/7, 365, free of charge. And the bread and butter of our unit answers usually tracking calls for either missing persons, good guys and bad guys. That would be probably 80% of my calls. But besides that, we have narcotics dogs, we have ballistic dogs, we have our first cell phone dog, and of course we have our first comfort therapy dog.
I was training, and we got Star. She's trained in the comfort therapy service, and then she went and started doing the comfort dog stuff, and I just kind of followed suit. I wanted to do the comfort dog. I really liked it. I really thought I would like it, and so when I got her, I trained her, got her done, and started just going to nursing homes. I kind of just called up the nursing home and said, hey, I have a comfort dog. Would you like me to come in? I have other people. And so me, Professional Canine Services, I had like 4 or 5 dogs, and the nursing home absolutely loved it. And I just went from there. So from there I went to nursing homes, and I followed my husband when he had to go do school stuff or something like that. Because I was certified, I could go and do all that. And it was tugged on my heart, and I loved it so much that I keep wanting to do more.
This one's, she's a diva. She's 5 years old. She's a Great Dane. She weighs 110 pounds. She was born on the 4th of July. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty unique. And she has 2 different colored eyes, one blue, one brown. And for a Great Dane, like I said, she's 110. That's actually small, on the small side. For Great Dane, she had 1 litter of 10 puppies, and all 10 are bigger than her. And they're about 2.5 years old now. It's awesome, especially when we go on the calls together. because they get jealous of each other. So if one's getting attention from a person, the other one will try to box and intercept and be like, no, pay attention to me. So they feed off each other, and it's in a positive way. So they work really good together. You know, that's one of the traits with all comfort dogs. Some of the requirements is they can't have any dog aggression, and neither of these two have any dog aggression whatsoever. They have to be chill. As you can tell, she's got that one pretty mastered. No jumping up, no excitability, just your basic traits. You're looking for a slug. If you were to be a comfort dog, she fits that criteria. She would like to sleep 17, 18 hours a day. If given the opportunity, she likes to eat and sleep, are her two favorite things. It's been a phenomenal progression of going out there, being young and catching the bad guys and finding missing people with patrol dogs that in the middle of the night going through swamps, thorns, to now I'm going to hospitals and nursing homes and elementary schools and special needs, kids and adults, and it's full circle. I like it. It's an awesome progression. It's good for me because over 30 years on the job, you get a little jaded, judgmental, and it's funny how me and my wife differ about this. She has actually more seniority than me. She is 33 years almost, and it's funny when I don't get sidetracked, but when I meet somebody, we start down here, and I'm judging you, I'm sizing you up fractions of a second. Whereas my wife meets somebody, she starts up here and everything's rainbows and unicorns. And it's funny how we differ like that. But this has been an awesome experience for me because typically, I always say at demos, I like dogs more than people. So this has changed me to be a better person, much better.
The first time I went into the nursing home, we were just going around and to different rooms. And the clinician said to one of the residents, hey, would you like a pet visit? And she's like, what? She was a little hard of hearing. She was 102 years old. But she had her wits about her, but she was a little hard. And so she goes, would you like a dog visit? And she's like, what? And then she goes, would you like a puppy visit? And she goes, oh, puppy, I can't take care of puppies. She's like, no, a visit. I have a puppy out here. Would you like to see the puppy? And the woman was like, yes, okay. And I walk in with Jersey, and the woman goes, that's not a puppy. And it was just the funniest thing, but she patted her and she loved her, and I had tears coming down my eyes because it was funny, but it was so emotionally great at the same time. And then I had another experience in the hospital. I'm walking through, and you're just looking in rooms and seeing if people want would you like a pet visit? And this woman was on the phone, and she's crying. She's crying on the phone. And I just peeked my head in, and I go, would you like a pet visit? The woman hangs up the phone. She's like, yes, I would. So we go right in. She was talking with her sister. She hung up with her sister to have a pet visit. And so she, brought her up, patted her, 10, 15 minutes. We were just talking, and she loved it. And she goes, oh my God, I needed this so much today. And again, tug on the heartstrings. You walk out of the room, you almost, you're tearing up for me, I tear up a little bit, because it's really emotional, and that's what I love about it. She's such a loving dog, and everyone loves her so much that they just like, oh, this is the best day ever, and I'm like, that's what gets me, is when they react and say this is their best day that they've ever had or whatever. Thank you, I really needed this today, especially when I'm in the hospital. It's, it really does, bring me a sense of joy.
So the benefits with the comfort therapy dog is, the science behind it is if you're a dog person, you don't have any allergies or any fear with dogs. We can't help anybody, but for most people, they love dogs. It's been scientifically proven that if you pet a dog for 2 to 3 minutes, the chemicals in your brain change, the cortisol levels, the serotonin levels, it lowers your blood pressure. It has been proven to make you a happier person. That's the basic science behind this. And we've seen it on calls and visits on a daily basis where the powerful effect it has on making people happier. And that's the basic science behind it. We as police, we are tired of dealing with stressful, angry individuals, whether it be an upset kid having a meltdown or whatever. If we can bring a dog into a situation and the whole room resets and we start from there, it's a win. To have, somebody that's up here with, being anxious and stressful and yelling, and we can diffuse the situation just with a simple visit. If you do this job long enough, every comfort dog handler will tell you a story where they've had a kid acting out. They've tried everything, nothing's working. Well, let's introduce the dog. It works almost every time.
You got to put them in all kinds of situations. So you teach them, they have to know sit down, stay. They can't be aggressive towards any other dogs or people or anything like that. They have to be very calm. And then you just have to go places and do things with them, and noises and sounds, and once you get a good grasp of how they're going to react in certain places, like crowds and stuff like that, you just keep going and going. It's ongoing. It's training ongoing. This is a whole new situation right here. So, but it's good because she reads me, I read her. This is the key. If you're nervous going down the leash, then they're nervous. If you're calm, then they're calm. They're just regular dogs. They're just regular dogs. They play, they sleep, they move around. All of our dogs get along. It's great, and it's very satisfying, and it's fun to watch them play, tug of war. Her and her sister love to play tug of war, and it's comical sometimes, but I don't have any issues with them. They're just, all of them get along, they cuddle, it's great. They take up the whole couch, the whole couch, and we have a pretty big couch, but yeah, they're just great that way.
We have 4 dogs. It doesn't matter if you're 1 dog or 4 dogs. It's a lot of hair. You can't wear black in my house. But again, it's a lifestyle, and it's not for everyone. But for us, we both me and my wife, we joke, we like dogs more than people. So it works for us. And our kids are the same way. When they come home from school, they want to say hi to the dogs and not us.
I didn't know that I had such a sensitive side to me. It really, and it brings a sense of joy to me, a sense of joy and calmness, and that I'm helping other people. That's amazing to me, just amazing. I love it, and I love dogs. It's a win-win-win. People love it, I love it, the dog loves it. It's a whole win. To brighten one person's day, just to think that maybe they were having a really, really bad day and they were going down a road that you don't want to go down, and I brightened their day to change that road they might have been going down. That's all I like, all I love.
If your happy place exists between a paddle and a pickleball, the Pembroke Community Center has a winter month solution and is hosting indoor open pickleball Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Thursday evenings 6 p.m. to 8. Visit the Rec Center website to get the dill on how to reserve pickleball court space. The Pembroke Community Center is also on the Team Reach app. Search Pembroke Community Center and enter code PCenter128. An advanced Mesoamerican civilization originating around 2600 BC and thriving throughout most of Central America and parts of Mexico and Belize, the Maya are known for their intricate calendar system, sophisticated hieroglyphics, architecture, food cultivation, highly developed belief systems, and so much more. On December 27th, join Joy from the Joys of Nature for the Nature of the Maya World, a nature travel talk at the Duxbury Free Library. While sitting comfortably in the setter room, you'll travel through the temples of Karakol, explore caves of artifacts, and tour ancient sites in Belize that one can still visit in current day. Learn about how the Maya incorporated iguanas, the keeled-billed toucan, colorful parrots, and a broad variety of Mesoamerican animals into their stories and intricate carvings, and the importance to ceremony and medicine the cacao bean played. This source of chocolate was even used as currency. This fascinating hour-long program begins at 2 p.m. and is best enjoyed by adults 18 years and above. Register via the Duxbury Free Library website. We went on the local scene to Silver Lake Regional High School to talk about art.
One of the really nice things about bringing a guest artist in is that they can see lots of different ways to make a career as an artist. We've had jewelers come in, we've had people that are in STEM or STEAM doing sort of light-related art. We've had people that are printmakers and they print t-shirts and clothing and books and all kinds of stuff. And it's great for kids to see that there's lots of different ways that you can make a living at any area, whether it be visual arts or theater or even science.
My background in art was that I went to art school, but I graduated later in life at 30. I had gone to Catholic school and we never had art, so it wasn't something that I knew that I was good at until later when I was majoring in history and had kind of a circuitous path that brought me to work in galleries and museums and start painting myself. I come from a background of artists, and so it was a very logical path when you look at it backwards. But I think it taught me that to be successful in art, you have to have your hands in many different areas. And I've had good conversations with a lot of the students during these few days about how to be successful in art. And you need to be very creative, not just as you paint, but as you find ways to make a living. Gouache, which is what this workshop has been about, is opaque watercolor. And it's a really forgiving medium and wonderful to do on location, but also wonderful to do smaller works that are studies. So I might say, oh, here I am, but it's a rainy, awful day, and so I want to make changes. And so I can make the sky a different color, or imagine if this were a nighttime scene, how would that change of light impact what I am doing? And so as I've done demonstrations for the students during these 2 days, I've asked, okay, so now you see what it looks like as a painting looking exactly like the reference, but now offer what color do you think the sky should be?
I really liked learning about a new material. I hadn't used gouache before, so I think that using a new material and learning something new was really interesting. I was able to stay active in the workshop because I was so interested in the material. Well, I liked it because it was unique, but it's simple. Like, we're all able to do it. Everyone's able to do it their own way. Like, we all got to pick a different inspiration and we were all able to make it into our own. I really like that we get to use a new medium, like a different kind of paint, and that we got to learn that it doesn't have to be in great detail, that even different kinds of shapes and bigger blobs can just make a whole painting.
My hope for the guest artist workshops is, number one, that kids get excited about a new material. Number two, they get an opportunity to spend time with somebody other than me, and that person even often gets an opportunity to critique their works. They hear from somebody other than me. Hear different things about what it's like to be an artist or work with a medium that I might not have thought of. So it's more diverse perspectives.
So it's important to work with high school students about art because I think there's a huge concentration on STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, and math. But when you add art to it, it becomes STEAM, and it tends to make those advances in STEM more approachable. We know that Apple computers might be very successful because of their very friendly interface and how when you pick up an iPad, you just know how to use it, and that's because an artist was involved.
One of the things that students maybe don't always realize about art is it's constant problem solving. Every time you make a decision in your painting, you are problem solving. What color to use and what value to use and where to place the paint, and is the paint the right texture and is the right consistency, and is the paint working with the paper you chose? There's lots and lots of layers of problem solving. And the more independent students get with their work, more creative, the more problems they have to solve. And that's an amazing skill to develop at high school.
When I was starting out, I wish someone would have said that it's a journey and that your career in art evolves. You don't start painting, put a painting somewhere, and then people come to you. It's kind of this exploration of how do I find the people who want my art? How do I continue to make my art interesting to myself and others, and to keep all those doors open?
Soul Homestead invites young winter breakers to branch out and seed your imagination at their drop-in craft event on Friday, December 27th. Just pop by the barn with your kiddos anytime between 10 a.m. and noon for the Acorn Sewing Craft and Story event, when kids can learn how to do a simple running stitch and get a little nutty making fabric acorns. Intermittently throughout the event, a farm volunteer will help your littles come out of their shell with a corny story. No registration is required for this drop-in event. The cost is just $5 for members and $6 if you haven't joined yet. Soul Homestead is at 46 Soul Street in Middleborough. Ebenezer Scrooge's redemption story takes on a fresh look with True Repertory Theater's presentation of A Dickensian Christmas Celebration, with showtimes still available at the Beale House on December 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The beloved curmudgeon is played by local actor and playwright James Sullivan, who, together with artistic director Donald Sheehan, associate artistic director Victoria Bond, and the talented cast, reinterpret this Christmas classic each year. The December 20th production is at 7:30 p.m., the December 21st matinee is at 2, and December 22nd at 3 p.m. For those who would like to have a full day of holiday celebration in Kingston, December 21st is also the date of Kingston Luminaries. True Rep is collecting canned goods for the Vineyard Resource Center in Kingston and working with the Kingston Fire Department to collect new, unwrapped toys for Toys for Tots. If you have the means and interest, please bring these items with you to the show. This family fun event will also feature Mrs. Claus making cookies for children to decorate before the show, and a Santa visit and sing-along afterward. Tickets can be purchased at the door or online at www.truereptheater.com. If your likelihood of snoozing when the New Year's Eve ball drops is high, why not ring in the Noon Year instead? On Tuesday, December 31st, Plymouth Public Library is hosting an all-ages 2025 New Year's party, perfect for folks with children ages 3 and up. Raise a glass or a sippy cup to Auld Lang Syne with other families in the Phalo meeting room, where there will be music, crafts, dancing, and of course, the exciting countdown to noon. The fun starts at 11:30 a.m. and ends when the last bit of confetti hits the floor at 12:30 p.m. Next up is poet Jenn Pipp in a reading of her original work.
Hello, everyone here and there. It's so beautiful to be here. Thank you for everyone and everything that has brought this event together. Sharing our voices is such a gift, and so I'm really grateful to be here. So I have 2 poems. One is short and light, and one is long and heavy. So am I okay? Do I, mic-wise? Okay. Just a little ease, a little breeze, you took me there, I went with ease. I'm building up, buttercup, don't let me down when time is up. I need a place to call my home, a warm one with land to roam. Come be with me in the trees, come be with me, baby, please. All right, so I hope I get the momentum going. I think I've become somewhat known as a ridiculous rhymer. And this poem starts with the word ridiculous. It's called Timing. Ridiculous meticulous is the new syllabus. A squiggle, a giggle, a tiny toe wriggle. Best make it fast, surrender your giggle. Tight, tight and loose, shake your caboose. Nonsense flattened into a truce. You want it in line, you want to keep time, you want the words to fit into your mind. The truth is quite wary, so here's a new theory. What you think is real is only a query. If your questions are bad, borrowed and mad, you'll never, oh never, find out that you've been had. So let it go loose, let it go long. You are here now to learn a new song. Da 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 do. Deeper and deeper and deeper we go. Now to enter a land where night is quite long. A happy town sings a dark little song. We fill the bank every day. We stack the checks. We get our pay. We feast on the rewards while people die on ancient swords. It's a little problem to say the least that our success ends all peace. That our fine house killed your friends. That our good luck means yours ends. But we didn't make the bloody sand. It was another father's dirty hand. So what can be done anyhow? Our hands are tied. Magic. Wow. What could be done anyway? We worked for this humble pay. We worked for this mowed facade. We worked for this lightning rod. We worked for this massive feast. We worked to kill endangered beasts. We worked for this power grab. We worked for this earthen jab. We worked for this honey pot. We worked until time forgot. We worked until the flowers grew. We worked to have more than you. We worked for your endless task. We worked for no questions asked. We worked to have complete control. We worked and worked, you stupid fool. We worked to blind your sin. We worked to know you'll never win. We worked so hard to have it all and hold it tight until we fall. This little town will never say, class dismissed for today. It holds you in, it holds you close. It is your dream, it is your host. So wriggle free and keep in mind the best questions are always rhymed. Who is it you truly are? An earthen fool, a hungry star? Who do you want to be? Lost in time or truly free? And since the best things come in three, can you feel? Will you see?
American Sign Language is the predominant language used by deaf communities in the United States, and linguists and psychologists agree that multilingualism comes with cognitive benefits for everyone. If you're interested in learning this natural visual language, the Pembroke Recreation Department welcomes you to attend their ASL certification program, beginning January 7th at 5:30 p.m. This 4-week session runs every Tuesday for 2 hours until January 28th, when participants will be awarded certificates of completion and professional development. The cost is only $150 for all 4 weeks. Visit the Pembroke Recreation Department website to sign up. The Kingston Parks and Rec's Little Sprouts Playgroup is a fun school vacation social program for children aged 3 to 6 years old. Your little will love making new friends, the interesting activities, and age-appropriate crafts. The Winter Break Playgroup is in the Reed Community Building December 23rd through the 27th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a break for Christmas Day. Only $120 per child for the week of fun. Sign up through the Parks and Rec website. The Pembroke Public Library's next book club discussion is on The Frozen River by Ariel Lyon. Inspired by the life and diary of renowned 18th century midwife Martha Ballard, this thrilling mystery is about a woman who bucks the norms and expectations of her time to pursue the truth and justice for a death she believes was a homicide. The book club will meet on January 7th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the meeting room of the library. To request a copy of The Frozen River ahead of time, visit the library or call 781-293-6771. The Plymouth Council on Aging's own Chef Kelly has a scrumptious brunch menu planned to ring in 2025. On Tuesday, December 31st at 11 a.m., come usher in the new year over a delicious assortment of pastries, fruits, quiche, bacon, sausage, and eggs. There will be holiday trivia and at noon, tasty mocktails to toast the new year. Be sure to register by December 27th as space is limited for this extravaganza. The cost, only $14.95 per person. Next is a message from Hope Float's Healing and Wellness Center.
Hi, I'm Mike Horahan, Board President of Hope Float's Health and Wellness Center. Hope Floats is a bereavement and educational center for adults, children, teens, and their families who are grieving, dealing with illness, or facing other life challenges. Our free support services bring hope and healing to those in need. With a growing need for support, we are raising hope. This fall, Hope Floats began construction on a 2-floor addition to its wellness barn as a foundation for our future. The addition will help Hope Floats and its families thrive in years ahead. Programs including support groups and family nights continue to grow, as do the need for other free support services and counseling. The roughly 1,300 square foot addition will add capacity for our team to meet these needs, providing an extension of safe and peaceful environments that Hope Floats is known for. This project is an investment in our community. If you're interested in sponsoring or donating to our Raising Hope campaign, please visit our website at hopefloatswellness.org. If you're looking to leave a legacy in memory of a loved one, please contact Liz McKenna at 781-585-4221 extension 7 for more information on all of our legacy levels. Thank you so much.
Next up is Tiff Phillips with more of what's happening around our towns.
Winter vacation is coming up soon, which means lots of downtime. If you're looking for a fun activity for your teens and tweens that doesn't involve screen time, head over to the Kingston Public Library on Monday, December 30th for Teen and Tween Bead Art. From 3 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m., ages 11 to 18 are welcome to drop in to create a beautiful bracelet or keychain. Keep it as a late Christmas present or give it to that friend you've missed over the holiday break. Supplies will be provided by the library. For more information, visit kingstonpubliclibrary.org or email Kat Dwyer at cdwyer@kingstonma.gov. You may have heard of bingo, but have you heard of Singo? On December 23rd, the Duxbury Senior Center invites you to Holiday Singo. How does it work? The DJ will hand you a bingo sheet, but instead of boring old numbers to call out, you'll have holiday song titles. Cross them out until you get a bingo. The event runs from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Space will be limited, so please register by visiting the Duxbury Senior Center website or by calling 781-934-5774.
Thanks, Tiff. And that, my friends, wraps this episode of What's Good and Good to Know in our area. We thank our patrons, Tiny & Sons, Quintal Brothers, and Squinny's Pizza for supporting our mission of community in action through media.
And we thank you for sharing this time with us. Until next time, we'll see you on the local scene.
For more of what's good and good to know on the South Shore of Massachusetts, hit the subscribe button. And thank you for watching.